This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Okay, so it's Monday, which means that we're having a look at a solo, doing a little bit of an analysis and a lesson on something. And the something in question this week is a solo by Ritchie Blackmore. Now, it's nothing pyrotechnically flash. It's Ritchie in his more reflective frame of mind, and it is utterly beautiful. I mean, speaking as, let's be honest about this, not the world's biggest Ritchie Blackmore fan, I don't dislike the music he makes, but, it seldom does it touch me and get the hairs on the back of my neck standing up, but this solo certainly does. We're looking at the solo from the Deep Purple song When a Blind Man Cries. This was recorded during the sessions for the Machine Head album, but was never included on that album, although it is on subsequent reissues and re-releases of it, and it does sit well with the other tracks on that album, and it feels like part of that overall story. Anyway, without further ado, here is the solo from When a Blind Man Cries, and then a little bit of an explanation and breakdown of what's going on. Here it is. Okay, not a great deal really here to talk about. It's a very simple little solo, and I think that's in large part where its strengths lie. As always, the chord sequence is the best place to start when you're looking to understand what's going on, and here is the chord sequence we're playing over here. So you can see that it's very much centred around a B minor tonality. So it shouldn't come as a massive surprise that the scale we're going to be basing a large part of the solo on is the B minor pentatonic in its first position here, like this. Okay, the only note which gets added to that scale is the A chord in the chord sequence has a C sharp note in it, and that gets added in a couple of places here and here. And that's it. Apart from the final little part of the solo where we go up into like the top end of position 2 of the B minor pentatonic for that kind of what's often referred to as the BB box. That is all that's really going on in terms of note choices. Where this solo really shines, though, is in its phrasing. If you're wanting a good example of a solo which uses a recurring motif, essentially the same lick that you keep going back to in various guises again and again to give the solo a sense of continuity, then this is what we've got going on here. The motif that large parts of this solo are based around is one that goes like this. There we go. Okay, so we get the first few licks. Land on that C sharp note for the A chord, and bend this D note here up to an E, which is also in the underlying A chord, so you get then back onto a nice strong B note for the B minor chord. After that, we have a sort of a variation on the motif where we go. You can kind of hear how it's drawing water from the same well there. Then we have, it's using different notes, but it's essentially a similar kind of phrase. Then we have a little kind of answer to that, which let's see if I can remember this. Something like that. Once again, taking us down to that C sharp note there, which is where the A chord is in the chord sequence, and then the same kind of, again bending up to the E note that's in that A chord. And that's the first half of the solo, really. Then we're into slightly different phrasing on this iteration of that main motif. To begin with, he was playing it in more of a triplet kind of feel, and this is now more just kind of straight quavers. Then the chord sequence goes down to an E minor chord. So again, just bending that A note there up to a B, which is in the E minor chord, and then this nice little kind of phrasal key. This is it reminds me of something that Eric Clapton might play. That kind of thing, just with that sort of phrasing. I just always thought that sounded a bit Eric-ish, and then. Just all B minor pentatonic stuff, and then, as I said, we wrap up with that little extended run from, you know, as I said, the BB box, where you can think of it as the top end of that pentatonic run, or the top end of that position 2 pentatonic shape. So really, B minor pentatonic, the occasional C sharp note to coincide with the A chord that crops up, and just a very, very strong sense of melodic use of motifs. And that's what's going on in this solo. Loads to learn, and have some fun with it. So there you go. Hope you found that useful, and you know, you got some idea of licks and stuff from it. As I say, it's all just simple pentatonic stuff, but it does prove the point that, you know, you don't have to play lots of clever modal stuff and you know, kind of play across the chord changes or through the chord changes all the time. You can just play expressively with a simple little pentatonic thing and make it sound divine. That's what Ritchie did there. There is, of course, a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with that clip that you've just seen there of me explaining and demonstrating the solo, along with a jam track to play along to as well. It's all up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. And that's just a special little thank you for all of my wonderful Patreon supporters who help me keep the lights on around here. It's only $3 a month, and you get all of these additional resources that go along with these lessons. And if you're supporting me in that way or in any other way, I'd like to just take this opportunity to say thank you so much. It genuinely is appreciated. I'm truly grateful. And if you're thinking about supporting me in any of those ways, or like Patreon or enrolling on courses, all the links down there in the description. If you're thinking about doing any of that, thank you in advance. And well, that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and as I say, found it useful and informative. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and give me a like while you're at it. That is very much appreciated too, if you would do that. And with that, I'll say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing you all again next time around. Stay well, folks. Look after yourselves. Stay safe, and above all, stay sane. See you next time. Bye for now.